Hey everybody, welcome to Walking Diary Girls Talk, where I talk, you talk, we talk. Honey, let's talk. If you are not following me on all of my social media pages, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. Obviously nothing, because you're not following me on all of my social media page. Not only am I on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Lemonade, and Snapchat of that part. How y'all doing? Third time going live, y'all. I'm not nervous. I just really don't know how this works. Like, how do you know when people start coming in? You know what I'm saying? But I want to tell you guys thank you again. And even though to some people they be like, okay, girl, you only got 69 subscribers, honey. You ain't like you up in the million, but those 60, it matters to me. And I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm so thankful for that. Um, and just so excited to see what's gonna come from this. I'm rocking one of three of my collection, you guys. I am rocking the Sunset lip gloss, Sunrise, and this is my all-purpose collection, you guys. And if you don't know anything about all-purpose is the same thing that you would do with your eye palette. It's just in lip gloss form. So anytime that you see me full-fledged makeup, yes, that is all my product. Um, but other than that, just like I was telling you guys, like, man, you have to be ready. You know, you may not be where you want to be, but you can start right where you are. And when you're able to do that, you'll be amazed how far you'll come along. Y'all, I've been doing this for the past 3 years now, and this is one of the first collection that I made, and I still keep it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even add it to like this is the first thing that I did, and I always like look back to see how far I've came. You know, see where I was then and how I am now. Like it's so amazing and so thankful, especially when it's coming from a place that you wasn't even trying to do. You know, you created a page because you was going through some challenges in your life, and you just wanted for you wanted to you just wanted to express yourself, and you created Walking Diary from that. So it's like you created a page from your hurt. Um, if you go back to my TikTok and look at the beginning pictures, that videos that I had, and you could see where I was, because I was hurt, because I couldn't understand what I was going through and why I was going through what I was going through. But the beautiful thing through those lessons is the fact that being able to learn what was needed in the process. And even though how ugly me was, it had a lot of benefit. A lot of benefit. And I'm glad to be able to go through what I went through with that. Thank you so much. I am, and I know within time it's gonna get better. I don't know why I'm nervous. But for some strange reason, I'm nervous. And I go live all the time on my YouTube, and I mean on my TikTok. So it's just like here, I guess is another place that I'm going live on. It's kind of making me nervous, but you're gonna see in time it's gonna get better and better. But I thank you. I thank you for subscribing. I thank you. So yeah, so when I created what I created, thank you. But I was so nervous, and I could feel it. I could tell because I'm stumbling over my words, and but I know in time it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. But I thank you again. Ghost V, I like that name. But yeah, so I didn't think that this was gonna go no farther than it was. So even when I went through what I went through, I was trying to like, wait a minute, did anybody else go through this? Because what I was going through, what I was seeing, it had a name to it, but I didn't understand it. You hear certain words and you be like, okay, you see it on TVs and movies, but to be in real life, you don't look at things in that way. So when I realized what it was, and I was just like, dang, if I went through something like this and didn't know what it was, just imagine how many other people. And now it's like everybody is talking about it. Everybody's talking about a narcissistic and all of this stuff. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was something crazy that was going on. But even through that, I'm so thankful because it taught me to accept people for who they are. I'm talking, Chase. I'm talking about just talking about how I created this, the walking diary. That's all. I'm just talking about how I created it and what it came from. Um, so when I realized what I was going through, and I was like, okay, now I'm like, okay, all right, okay, this thing has a name, and now it's just like everywhere you are, somebody is talking about a narcissistic and a narcissistic. This is a narcissistic, and I was like, whoa, because you don't understand unless you go through it. You know that you're in a situation, but you can't put a name on it because you don't know what it is. And so when I went through that, that's how I was able to create Walking Diary. But I wasn't thinking about doing no type of makeup or anything like that. Because I was already cooking. I cooked. So I was like, I wasn't trying to do no makeup. I buy makeup and I do it. But sometimes when you have one direction and then all of a sudden it'll take you to a whole nother direction. And I was just like, and I'm the type of person, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all the way in or don't do it at all. And so that's what I started, and this is one of the reasons why I always keep this in hand. To always take me back to where I started from. And not just making lip gloss, but also doing candles as well. So I tell people all the time, everything I have one of my product that comes into a light bulb. I have one that comes into a light bulb. I have another that comes into a pencil. And I always tell people, everything that you do, it starts up here. That is what a light bulb represents here. Once it comes here, you're going to write it down. That's when I show the pencil. Because now it's time for your focus. And from there, you're going to have a beginning, middle, and an end. That's just how that works. Middle, you're going to have a beginning, you're going to have a middle, and then you're going to have an end. And your end is what your end result how you want it to look. So to see me do that, I just was like, whoa, because I never expected it. I never expected it, but it happened, and I'm thankful for it. I promise you right now. And I learned so much about people. Allow people to be who they are, accept them for who they are. And just because you one way doesn't mean that you're going to have those people around. But now you know how to recognize what you don't want around you. So always remember, you guys, every lesson there's something to learn from it. And you just have to be willing to do that. Because if you don't get the lesson at the end, you're going to come across it again. And you're going to continue to keep going across it until you learn the lesson. That part. um, I'm not going to hold you guys on here. I just want to come in and chit chat with you. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.